of race car driver Kevin Ward Jr. speaking out for the first time about his death. Ward was killed by NASCAR star Tony Stewart during a race last year. Paula Ward sat down with the Wards, who hold Stewart responsible for their son's death. Good morning, Paula.
Good morning, Robin, and the family breaking their silence for the first time since their son's death, recalling his big heart and the big dreams that he had. Kevin Ward Jr. will never race again. His family believes Tony Stewart should face the same punishment.
To many people, Tony Stewart is one of racing's greats, but to Pam and Kevin Ward, he's the man who killed their only son.
There's no amount of money that can bring your son back. What do you ultimately want?
We want justice for our son. That's what we want.
It was just over 1 year ago, 20-year-old Ward went to a track in upstate New York to race and never made it out alive.
He had a huge heart. You know, he was a great kid.
Ward's dad gets emotional as he recalls that when his son was 10, he asked his dad if he could help a fellow less fortunate competitor.
He come over to me and said, "Dad, can I have the new tires?" I said, "Why do you want the new tires?" And he told me that the young lad that got second could have beat me if he had new tires. That was pretty hard.
On August 9, 2014, Ward was racing when his car was hit by Stewart's, sending Ward's car into the wall. Ward gets out of his car, apparently to confront Stewart, and then Stewart fatally hits him.
Oh, he hit him! I wish he wouldn't have gotten out of the car. I more than anybody. But I also acknowledge the fact that if Tony would have stayed low on the track and not gunned his engine and headed for my son would still be here.
After Ward's death, a grand jury decided not to file criminal charges against Stewart. One of the facts that emerged was a toxicology report showing Ward had trace amounts of marijuana in his system on that fatal night.
I do not believe my son was impaired.
The family is now filing a civil suit against Stewart.
We want him accountable. The civil suit is the only action we have left.
You feel like Tony Stewart killed your son and got away with it?
Yes, I do.
Most definitely.
Tony races every weekend. I know my son will never get to race again.
According to the lawsuit, the family alleges that Stewart acted recklessly, purposefully gunning his engine while under a caution.
You can hear the acceleration in the tape, and that it is Tony's car. It's accelerating. Oh, he hit him! And you can see where he slides his car sideways and hits my son and kills him.
There's no doubt. He knew what he was doing, and it was Tony's car that revved that motor.
You don't think he was trying to kill him, you just think he was trying to intimidate him?
I don't feel Tony meant to kill my son, but his actions killed my son. I think he lost his temper.
What do you want Tony Stewart to know?
That he took a very, very big part of my family's life.
And we reached out to Stewart's camp. They have no comment at this time. Tony Stewart, however, has always maintained that he did not rev his engine. He didn't go after Kevin Ward Jr. But this civil suit, Ward's legal team strongly believes there's new evidence that will tell a different story. But you guys, this civil suit, it's the family's last shot at justice for their son.
And I know that's what they're looking for. All right, Paula, thank you.